Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking Real Housewives of Atlanta. Anything I say is alleged in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free. Free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at AnonymousRealityT. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so that it gets out into the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes. Free whether you are coming or going to like the video. So in this video, we need to talk Kandi Burruss because Kandi Burruss had her Amazon Live today. And the topic, of course, of Real Housewives of Atlanta came up, right? And so Kandi wanted to make it clear that, you know, she doesn't have a bad relationship with Bravo or NBC Universal. She said, in fact, her and Todd have a production deal. So shout out to Kandi and Todd. They have a production deal with NBC Universal to produce content, to put out TV shows and all this and that. And she said that her and Todd are currently casting for a show. She said that her and Todd are not going to be on this show. However, they are basically, it's their production company that is going to be putting it together, that is going to be distributed on, you know, either Peacock or wherever, because, you know, Bravo is, you know, under NBC Universal, all that, Peacock, all that good stuff. So nonetheless, questions come up about Real Housewives of Atlanta, if Kandi is, you know, tuning in, and a lot of questions about Porsha come up, right? So the first Porsha question that I saw, and so here's the thing too, y'all gotta realize on these live streams, there's fans that have questions, there's subscribers, there's followers that have questions, y'all, and comments. You realize you can choose, you know, which ones you want to highlight, which ones you want to ignore, all that good stuff. I just want to put that out there just in case people, you know, you might have forgotten. You can choose what you want to address and what you don't want to address. So, nonetheless, Kandi addresses a question about what does she think of the Drew, Sidora, and, you know, Porsha situation as far as Dennis doing music with Drew. Now, I actually thought this was interesting considering Kandi's a songwriter and knows all the top producers and hit makers in Atlanta, but she basically went through the realm of the two things can be true, that basically it can be, you know, an issue as far as, you know, what Kelly says on the show, and Kandi quotes that she stole that woman's husband. But also it could be true that Porsha can have an issue with Dennis and Drew Sidora. But the thing was, Kandi didn't see the episode. Porsha's former friend Jamie is trying to fill in the blanks and is trying to, you know, say Porsha's lying. And I thought Porsha, in regards to this, I understood what she was saying. I don't think I mean, it sounded like she just doesn't want Drew to use Dennis as a storyline. Like I thought it was plain as day. She doesn't want Drew to be filming scenes with Dennis since the whole thing with Simon fell apart, Dennis is her plan B. Porsha wants to be the one to film with Dennis. I thought that was what was obvious, but Jamie's saying a whole nother thing to Kandi, and Kandi's like, well, you know, you got to be careful of what you say on camera, and this and that, and I'm like, this is not going to end well. This is not going to end well, because the Porsha fans are going to go in on the attack on Kandi. I see it coming. And they're going to be like, oh, you let Jamie gaslight the situation and da-da-da-da-da. I see where this is heading, y'all. I see where this is heading. So Kandi wanted to make it clear that this wasn't an issue where she got let go from Bravo or that there was anything bad, that she wanted to make it known that she chose to walk away. What I interpret that is they lowballed her. That's what I interpreted. Right? That they lowballed her. They no longer could afford the $2 million a season because the ratings were not justifying. That's just my opinion, right? Next question is about, let's see here, is about whether or not Kandi has watched this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. and what she thinks of the season. I think Kandi, and Kandi has said this herself, she's definitely not happy that Phaedra is back on the show. She is not at all. And she's made comments in the past because she made a reference about the trailer about having somebody twerking and what's that about, which was Phaedra twerking in the trailer. She won't even say her name, right? So she says that she's happy for SHAMEA. She said that she's always been fighting for it and advocating for SHAMEA to get a peach. Kandi said as well that SHAMEA's that girl. She's, telling her real life and all this and that. She didn't say too much on everyone else, but also spilled this. Remember, you guys, a couple of weeks ago, Kandi on her channel on Speak On It had SHAMEA on there, right? Well, apparently at that office or whatever, I don't know if this was before or after the interview, SHAMEA brought over the episode because, on Bravo, they get the cuts of the episodes in advance, right? So SHAMEA brought over the season premiere, and she said her, Kandi, SHAMEA, and Todd all watched the season premiere together, y'all. I'll repeat that. So she said, Burruss said, she said this on her own Amazon Live, I believe on All True Tea's page and the Kandi Burruss fan page on Instagram. If you don't believe me, it's there. Said that her, SHAMEA, and Todd watched the season premiere in advance together. That's what Kandi said. I'm kidding you not. Other thing I want to get to is there was a question asked about what do you think of everybody promoting SHAMEA's new single, Never Had, except for Porsha. And Kandi was like, well, did Porsha say anything in her stories? And here goes Jamie. No. You guys. I just don't be understanding. So they're trying to, figure out what the tea is. And I'm like, here we go. I was like, I don't know how this is going to go. But Kandi basically is alleging, she was like, well, a blind man can see that obviously just based off of the social media activity between SHAMEA and Porsha, or lack thereof, that maybe there is something that happened to their friendship, or maybe there's a falling out, or maybe there's not on good terms right now. And she said as well, though, when she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, she said people are not supposed to be, giving away storylines or giving away what is supposed to happen on the season. You were supposed to allow the fans to let things play out. But basically it was made known that Porsha did not do any public promotion for SHAMEA's song Never Had. And Jamie co-signed that, and apparently Jamie still sees everything that Porsha is up to, which I find very interesting. But nonetheless, that's what she reported on. And Kandi basically said this. She said, I'm still friends with people, obviously still on the show. So we know obviously she's cool with Cynthia, she's cool with Kenya, and this and that. And she said that, when she's with Porsha, she doesn't ask Porsha what her relationship is with SHAMEA. And when she's with SHAMEA, she doesn't ask SHAMEA what her relationship is with Porsha. But she said, I think she was referencing the recent premiere party that they put together for Atlanta. She said, it's interesting because people are faking like they're cool, to promote the show, but really you're not cool. Or really there's issues, just like they had the Real Housewives of Atlanta at the Atlanta Hawks game. So, I don't know what to make of this, you guys. I mean, I suspected initially in interviews SHAMEA was making it seem like, her and Porsha were in a decent place. But then as the press started to go on, sounds like something happens because SHAMEA is on some, I still have love for her. I wish for her the best. So that's not promising. The one thing I would hate is I would hate for reality TV to destroy their friendship. Obviously, we can give our commentary and our opinion till we're blue in the face that, we don't feel that, that Portia's a good friend to SHAMEA and that, she showed up late for this or didn't show up to her wedding or showed up 3 hours late to her birthday party. Some of you may argue that maybe production intervened to do it on purpose for them to have a storyline and this and that. You know, and it could be a curveball that maybe they secretly are cool and they want people to think that they're beefing so they can come out at their finale or the reunion and be like, hey, we fixed it. But truly, I'm just hoping, and this is what I hope, because I mean, this is really SHAMEA's first season as a peach holder. I would just hate for this, because it seemed like at the beginning, Porsha was super supportive of SHAMEA getting in the peach. Porsha was super supportive on Watch What Happens Live, talking about SHAMEA's always been that girl. SHAMEA's always been rich, always has been successful. I would hate for all of this really to destroy their friendship. And like I said, I am aware of what Porsha has done in the past. But you're talking about some A1 day ones, and this is the same thing that happened with, you know, Dr. Jackie and Simone from Married to Medicine, which in my opinion, I feel is a big reason why the show sucks now, is they allowed Dr. Heavenly, they allowed the fans, they allowed other outside forces to really destroy their friendship. I am hoping that Porsha and SHAMEA, that they really don't let this tear them down. But even I've noticed Kandi really hasn't been interacting on Porsha's post as of late too. So I'm wondering if Kandi feels away that Phaedra's back with the frickin' frack stuff. So I mean, so maybe Kandi might be, you know, feeling away too. I mean, about Porsha, right? So there's a whole lot of layers to this. But again, Kandi, like, if you were mad at Phaedra for, you know, what happened on RHOA season 9, why not give back that same energy to Porsha? And you did, but you ended up forgiving her. You ended up spending time with her. I know a few weeks back, y'all hung out at a slumber party or whatever else. So nonetheless, you're still cool with her, but it's you know, it's beef forever for Phaedra. My thing is, either we're forgiving both or we're forgiving neither. It is my thing, right? I'm either done with Porsha and Phaedra, or forgive them both. And I understand Phaedra was doing other stuff. She was trying to get your businesses, licenses, and she was doing all this other stuff, right? In addition to what has happened. But, you know, I don't know what this Porsha and Phaedra thing is. And a lot of your cast members too, Kandi, also are cool with Phaedra. So that's the other caveat to it too. So it's just a lot of layers to this, y'all. It is a lot of layers. It is a lot of moving parts. But there is that. Let me know what y'all think about Kandi's comments about Porsha and Drew Sidora, about her and her relationship with Bravo, and what she thinks of the season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Jamie chiming in, who was Porsha's former friend that she famously got into that tussle with in the alley. And then what do you think of Kandi's comments about Porsha not supporting SHAMEA's new song, Never Had? Even though Porsha did post your friend, your friend, your Toya's, I think, her show, Toya and Regine, and also Kandi, she promoted your girl group, which y'all didn't repost her. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.